All right. I had my thing on Bluetooth and that didn't record. Well, it recorded, but it sounded weird. It didn't come out hopefully as clear as this. And I'm not doing it with my mic. So this is just straight from the microphone from the phone. I want to cover daytime versus nighttime driving. The pros and cons, the cons and pros of what's safer, what's not safer. There's some certain situations where nighttime driving is safer versus daytime driving, and I'll explain later. I'm not. It's there. It's a little. I want to say a little safer daytime driving in the city, and then more dangerous at night because of pedestrians or animals. But daytime driving in the city it could be just as dangerous, especially at intersections. When you're coming to an intersection with the light or a stop sign, I'm probably going to repeat this over several times, is look left, look right, look right, look left, even if you have a green light, and even if you completely stop at a stop sign, and as you continue to, cross the intersection, keep your head to the sides and on a swivel, because that's where I guess, I don't know what statistic it is, but there is something like that out there. Who does that? The National Safety Transportation Administration, NST something. But yeah, they said the intersections are the most dangerous places. And so yeah, where else is dangerous? Off ramps, I guess. People taking an off ramp too fast, and then they just they can't control it, and they zoom off, or they have some sort of medical condition or something happens and just have an accident. Doesn't matter where they're at. So yeah, on ramps for freeways during the daytime, I think are pretty dangerous if they don't have if you're not visible. If you're in a big truck, a big 14-foot tractor trailer, you can see the truck merging pretty fast, pretty quick. But if you're in a little car and it's up on a hill, because where I live, there's this little on-ramp, but it's a downward on-ramp, and it's just after a bridge. So you pass under the bridge, and the on-ramp is I want to say 3 stories, or how big is that bridge? How tall is the bridge? Obviously it has a clearance of probably 15 feet, and then probably another 10 feet above that. So it's really hard to see that high, especially when you're in a little car. You can't see that high, and you're not going to see the top of the car coming down, or the lane of cars, the traffic jam of cars that are coming. And it's always a slow person in the front. I don't get it. Oh, most of the time it's always the slow person that's merging at 35, 40, 45. They're merging so, and then the tail of cars behind them, they don't want to move. They want to move. They want to get out from behind them as soon as possible, because they gotta get, they gotta get places. So you gotta risk your life, right? So you can get out of them and cut someone off and cause a traffic accident. So you gotta hurry up and, tailgate them until the very end. If you know what you're doing, you wouldn't do that. What I like to do is, my buddy told me this, and this is go-kart racing. When you're in a go-kart, those little go-kart or K1 racing indoor racing tracks, the way to get ahead is to like when everybody's rolling out of the pit, you wait like 4 or 5 seconds and you talk to the person like letting people go and ask them like a question, so then the person in front of you gets way ahead. So that's actually pretty like smart if you're in a race, but you're not really in a race when you're just driving your car. But it's smart to do actually, because what it allows you to do is give space for anything coming like on that slow lane on the freeway. So if there's like a big rig, a 53-foot trailer that's coming up and he's just going he's doing his job, it gives you space to speed up in front of him or let him go. And I do either both. You have to judge, and you have to be the judge and see what's the best thing to do, safest thing to do. And I typically I let them go sometimes, but then if there's plenty of space in front of me and the car in front of me, or there is no car in front of me, and there's like no cars within any dangerous distance in front of me, then I'll just speed up and slam on on my little hatchback, and I'll slam on the gas and get right in front of them safely as possible. Or I just kick back if I don't have that space available in front of me, and I see another truck and they're both like tailgating each other, because some drivers like to do that, tailgate another driver. So I'll just stay back and give them both space and signal early as possible. Pretty much as soon as you know that the on-ramp can see you, just start signaling, so they're aware, So yeah, that's a crazy location to be. You can't see those cars in the daytime, which is dangerous because it's completely, there's no point of view to see a little car merging slow. So that's about that in city driving. What else in city? That's crazy. Stop signs, yeah. People running stop signs. Some cities don't even have stop signs. That's like those little rural communities. That's probably accidents happen right there on a regular basis. Little small farm towns and stuff like that. What else can we say about the city? Pedestrians in the nighttime in the city is sketchy. So dangerous. What do I always notice? I always notice their like feet. But if they're wearing like completely black, it's hard. It's tough. But you have to like just live and learn and just train your eye to look for people, because that sucks to be in the wrong. My cousin recently got he recently died because of that. This lady was speeding on a two-way street in the city, and this is not the first time this happened on that same street. People are going like 70. It was somewhere like in I want to say Fresno, or no, somewhere in Fresno? No, not Fresno. Modesto, Bakersfield. And there's a bunch of those cities up and down the Central Valley where people just speed and they're going like 70 in a 55, or they're going 80 in a 60. It's terrible. And people he was walking with the traffic, and the lady was over speeding, and then there was I'm not sure if it was a big rig or a truck in front of her that slowed down, and it was kind of a little crest, and and her instincts kicked in. She slammed on the brakes, and your instincts are quick. They're so fast. So instead of, because it was a two-way street, she of course she's not going to swerve left because that's oncoming traffic. She swerved to the right because there was a bunch of space over there, and that very second, cousin was there, and I want to say that he had his ear pods on, or his ear pieces on, and he was listening to some music, and he didn't hear the approaching wheel screeching, because the wheels screech, the brakes screeching across that pavement went for like, I want to guess like 50 or 60 yards of this lady just slamming on the brakes, and it was still enough speed for to take him out. So, gosh, it was just terrible. Terrible. Another situation, for four-wheelers, please, and cars, be patient and give us space. I do this. I turn on my emergency lights so I can make a right turn in a 53-foot trailer, and I take up the two right lanes. So I'm like driving right in the center, and I don't even know. I need to talk to the CHP or Highway Patrol or police. I don't even know if that's legal. But I do that to control the lane, so no one gets in that right lane and then tries to, get in there and then take up my space, and then I start turning right, and then, there's an accident. There's stickers on the back of most trailers that say "Caution, wide turns," with a little picture of a black car. I'm looking at a dark trailer, and it's bright yellow with a black truck and trailer, and I can see it from here. It's pretty visible. So I do that. I turn on my hazards, take the middle lane, take the center of both lanes. I take and then I go slow. I take it slow. And then I complete my turn, and then get on with my life. Where's another thing? I think that's about it with traffic. Just driveways. Every single driveway, industrial or residential, those cars are pulling out the driveways. That's also a dangerous place where something might occur, or things occur that you don't want. So what's another one? What's that? That's about it with city driving. I'm sure there's other topics, but so I can think about right now. Freeway driving. Okay, freeway driving. This gets a little bit more hairy, because people don't understand it. I heard this from my college teacher, professor. He's like, all you need is 30 miles per hour for your body to stop. You're going 30 miles per hour, and then a complete stop. You hit a wall. At 30 miles per hour, your heart will stop. But it's rare to do that, because cars today are like aluminum cans, and they're designed to slow down at every section of the car. From like the very front bumper, it just crumples like a can, like an aluminum can. It just slows down the impact. So, but until it gets to you, and then the airbag deploys, and that, softens the blow. So, but yeah, that's all it takes anyway. I don't know how fast you would really need to be going for that impact to be 30 miles per hour on the body. I don't know. You'd probably have to be going pretty fast. I want to say like 60 or 70, and just completely no brakes, run into something like a wall. I don't know. I don't know. So on ramps, and when you're merging, merge appropriately, like you know what you're doing. Oh man, I can't pause this. I want to continue. and I can't stop. I can't stop recording this. I want to let this guy in, but there's a truck that pulled up to the driveway, and I have the access card, but he rang the bell so someone can come out and open the door. Oh yeah, someone's opening it. So, freeways are dangerous because of velocity, your speed. Watch your speed. Don't drive too fast. Don't drive too slow. If you're merging, pay attention to the on-ramp. Every on-ramp, dart your eye to the on-ramp. See what's coming at you. If you're in a big rig, be patient. You know, if it's another truck, let them roll by or move over. If you have space, that's my approach. My eyes dart to the on-ramp. In the daytime, it darts to the on-ramp and look for a little car, looking for grandma or grandpa trying to merge at 45 miles per hour. And they're not trying to go faster or slower. They're just at that speed. It's amazing, but that's what they do. So be careful for them. Move over if you can. So I directly look at the on-ramp. If there's anything happening, I slow down or speed up. And then I look at my mirror, my spot mirror, and then my hood mirror, and look at them both. And then I look at the on-ramp again, and then I move over if there's space. You know, I try to use my turn signal like way before. Like if the on-ramp is coming, even though I don't see that on-ramp or whatever's happening, I turn my signal on just in case I have to bust a crazy move and I really have to do something that's gonna make life easier for everybody. But other than that, on-ramps, nighttime on-ramps, it's easier merging on on-ramps at nighttime because you can see the headlights of a car or a big rig merging. You can spot it really quick. Look at this guy, he's gonna hit it. I'm looking at a dart trying to park a trailer in a wedge next to a wall and another dart trailer. You're gonna hit that wall. Oh well. Yeah, nighttime driving, you can catch a car merging real fast because of the lights. It gets a dead giveaway. Oh look, yeah, there's a little car coming. That's what I try to find or look for when merging at nighttime or when I'm just driving on the freeway on every on-ramp. Every single on-ramp. Especially the dangerous ones. There's some more dangerous than the others. And then driving, just going down the highway, give us space, please. Don't cut us off. Coworker said, yeah, I always try to merge and look at the front grille of the truck in my rear view mirror, and then I move over. I feel that's still a little bit too close, depending on traffic. If it's heavy, that's still too close. But if it's like no traffic in front of you and you're merging and you see the grill in the rear view mirror, yeah, I guess you merge. But don't slow down. I don't know why you would ever, or just keep the constant speed. Try to pull away from them. That's that. Give us space. Always. Don't stick on the side of us. Don't hang out on the side of a truck on either side or the back. Don't tailgate us. If you do it, it's your car. You can do it. We're going to get out of the truck and tell you to stop. No. We're just letting you know it's dangerous. Not safe at all. You want to be looking as far ahead of you as you can. And when you tailgate, that kind of eliminates your ability to do that. So don't do that. You want to see as far as you can in front of you. What's going on? What else is going on the freeway? I'm parked. I think about things when I am driving. I'm like, oh, I should talk about that. But I have to talk with someone else. We'll have some more people on the podcast. I'm excited. Driving down the freeway. If you're in a car, don't tailgate. If you're in a big rig, and if you're tailgating, go ahead and call me so I can give you a talking to. Give me a call so I can give you a talking to. You guys are the silliest people in a big rig tailgating. It's usually, who is it? I don't know who that is in those trucks. It's the really ratchet trucks. It's the broke down trucks with the messed up fender or the side view mirror that's all taped up in electrical tape. It's those dudes. All walks of life. But those are the gentlemen that are just like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I can hardly call him a gentleman because it's so reckless. Women and children can be reckless. I got that from The Godfather. But men, no, you can't be reckless. You have to be careful. And that's one thing. Well, women shouldn't be careless either. Any single person, any single soul behind the wheel should not be careless. Cannot be careless. Because, like, your life depends on it. One wrong move. That's it. Yeah. Don't tailgate. Signal early. And don't forget to turn off your signal either. Happens to me, but I think it's funny when I leave it on. But it's distraction. I forgot to tell dispatch someone took that trailer. Dispatch told me to take a trailer, but someone already took it before me. Let me just text them, or it's gone. That's funny. No one told him. We are gonna keep talking. Let's see what's next. Texting and driving. FedEx driver right now in a day cab, single axle, driving down a side street, holding his cell phone. Very nice. Very nice. Distracted driving. My company, the company where I'm at right now, it just doesn't stop stressing it. I think we got like 2 or 3 moving violations out of like 3,000 trucks or drivers. They stress. I think you lose your job here. I think you do. If you get caught with a ticket for distracted driving, holding a cell phone or electronic device, I think that's it. You gotta go. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You can. It's a phone call. I try to stick to if it's like a call back to back, like 2 phone calls back to back, or if they leave a voicemail, I want to push it to 3. Like if it's 3 phone calls. But I kind of don't. I got 2's fine. Like, all right, if they call me 2 times back to back, I don't touch my phone. I don't touch it. I just drop it. And like they have controls on the steering wheel. Like you can change the music or, just change your music or control the cruise control. So you don't have to touch your cell phone. Just hands on the wheel, eyes on the road. It's all you can be doing to avoid, I don't even know, what is it, 95 or 97% of accidents you can avoid if you're paying attention, pay attention to the road. 99% of the time, 100% of the time, you're not going to have an accident. But I want to say 99 because some accidents are unavoidable. And those are the crazy ones. That's my mind state when I get behind the wheel and go out and start driving. It's like, where is that 1% of accident going to come from? Like, this is crazy. And every time I stop driving too, I'm like, that was crazy. It was a crazy experience. Driving a truck, 80,000 pounds, 53 feet long. All right, I think I'm going on about it too long. What else? Tailgating, giving a space, moving over when there's a car down the road. That's why it helps to look as far as you can down the highway, to look for any traffic on the side of the road. If you can't move over, you can't move over. Slow down. Your brother, your sister's in that car up there. And they have some sort of emergency. So do your best to move over. Signal as soon as you see a car on the side of the highway. Turn your signal on to move over to the left lane. Give them space. But if you can't, you can't. Like I said, sometimes you can't. Especially like in Los Angeles. You guys gotta, or I try to, I guess, slow down. Take it down a notch from like 55 to 45. And then pass them. And I try to eat the left lane a little bit. The left center divider lane. I try to eat it. And, drive on top of it. I give them space. You don't need a side swipe your brother or your sister, do you? I don't think so. Because what goes around comes around. So, yeah. What else? Ladies and gentlemen, that we can talk about freeway driving. I think that's it for right now. Daytime versus nighttime. Nighttime driving in the highway. Nighttime driving is more dangerous because here's a little tip too at the end, to help you drivers understand why it's a little bit more dangerous at nighttime driving, because it's hard to catch things. Your eye's not trained. You haven't been behind the wheel long enough to understand things can pop up so quick and so fast. Anything on the road debris, you don't want to run over. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is, a bag or anything that looks just like it's sitting there. Try to avoid it. Don't run it over. Something might be in that bag and it might puncture your tire, and now you have no control and you're in the center of the freeway. Don't run it over. But also don't jerk your wheel to the left or don't jerk it to the right until you know you're clear on either side and you have space and time available to do it. But don't run anything over. Tires can really mess you up. Tires on the road. A mattress messed me up. I was leaving Phoenix, heading towards Eloy, Arizona, and it was nighttime, and I was merging, and I was tailgating this truck. And when I was tailgating him, I guess I let a bunch of trucks go past me in the hammer lane, and then I started merging to the left to get out from behind them, and I was merging slow. Sometimes it's good to merge slow, sometimes it's good to merge fast. I don't know, it depends. But try to do it fast. Try to do it, efficiently. Just as soon as you can, just get over. Because I did it slow this one time, and it was nighttime. And it was like perfect timing. There was a mattress right there in dead center someone dropped their mattress dead center in the between the both lanes, and that's where it got pushed to. And lucky for me, the transmission picked it up and wrapped that thing around every single transmission hose and airline, and that was it. Kaput. Oof. I think I was down like a week a week at the hotel they're repairing it because they got so jacked. They had to replace so many things on it. Ooh, that was terrible. So yeah, try not to run anything over, because if you do, you get put in sticky situations. It was like a rat nest of wire, or rat nest underneath the transmission. It was wild. It sucked. Yeah. Merging, switching lanes. Yeah, okay. All right, thanks for listening. I want to try to have some people on here to talk about more topics and see how they feel and what they learned. My experience has been about 9 years of truck driving, semi-trucks and trailers. So some fun stories too. Yeah, thank you.